So a couple things happened in this particular episode of One Piece. First of all, I want to talk mainly about the whole thing with Smiley basically dying and turning into this gas. Now, it was very obvious the way it was placed, and it was trying to, get you to understand without anybody pointing it out. There was a bag of apples right next to Smiley when he was basically turning into the gas and kind of, I guess you would say, dying, because him turning into the gas is pretty much him dying, because he's kind of like a living being in a way as that slime monster. And when he turns into the gas, one of the apples turns into a devil fruit, and that can be a big clue as to what happens to devil fruits when the user dies. Whatever, maybe the nearest apple or the nearest fruit is around, the fruit will basically be reborn as the devil fruit. And that makes a lot of sense, and it kind of gives you a little bit more insight onto the world of devil fruits, and also makes you think, okay, shit, with Ace, when he died, what fruit was around? Who had a fruit next to him, if anybody knew? And it also makes you think, is that the secret to Blackbeard stealing devil fruits from when he stole Whitebeard's devil fruit from his body? It really raises a lot of good questions, and that's one of the, I guess, most interesting things about this entire episode for me personally, because it deals with stuff outside of this, particular arc. It's overall something big within One Piece, and it kind of gives you the knowledge of, okay, when a user dies, this is what happens to the fruit. And I was just interested about that, and it really just got me like something good in the episode. The other thing that was interesting in the episode as well is the note that is thrown at Chopper, and it says don't do anything, and it's like, who did it? Who threw the note at Chopper? Obviously, I know, but if you haven't, read the manga and it is your only time, seeing this content, who do you think threw the note? That was another big mystery in the episode that kind of made it a little bit more exciting. And aside from that, there was a couple other different things. The jokes was kind of alright with Zoro and them running away from the gas and whatnot. But it, once again, wasn't, the greatest episode or anything like that. It was decent, but it didn't really, do too much, and they still chained up at the end of the episode, Law and them, but they're about to make their move, so that's good. Maybe next episode we'll get some progression with that, because maybe they said they got a plan, so hopefully they will bust out of those chains within the next episode or so, and kind of advance, because while this episode did give us some goodies, as far as, again, the whole thing with the devil fruits, which is a very big deal, as well as, okay, a mysterious person threw a note at Chopper, so, who did it, and what is their motive, and, exactly what are they trying to do as well, it still didn't overall move too much things as far as, okay, Smiley died and turned into a gas, whoopee, so now he's not a giant booger, he's a giant fart running around, and it's just terrible as far as, Smiley, now he's Shinokuni, the gas that's turning all these people into petrified states. It's interesting, I guess, in a way, but at the same time, it's I'm not fearing the old great Shinokuni, but I really was excited about those mysterious figures in the shadows that are watching all throughout New World. That was one of the things that caught my eyes as well in this particular episode. Is who was this and that? Definitely one of the persons looked like Basil Hawkins, and there was a couple other people that looked like Big Mom's people. So there was some people that looked very familiar, but then there was a couple other people that was who the hell is that? So overall, that just caught my eye. So there was three main things about this episode that were good parts. One, the big thing about the devil fruits, because that's a very important thing. Two, the note at Chopper, the mystery about that. And three, the people that are in the shadows watching from New World, which has kind of been ongoing for the past few episodes since we've seen that people are watching now. Those were the best parts about the episode. A lot of the episode, though, did have a lot of fodders getting petrified for, constant times, and a lot of the episode also had several minutes of Smiley turning into Shinokuni, basically melting down and dying, so to speak. So overall, you balance those three good things out with a lot of the negatives, and gives it 3.5 out of 5. Nothing great, but it was also not terrible either. It did provide you some pretty interesting content, and the best part about it being the devil fruits, what happens to it, and it raises questions like, where's Ace's devil fruit then? What was the nearest fruit that was next to it? And also, is that the secret to Blackbeard stealing the powers from Whitebeard? Did he have an apple pie in his stomach or something? It really raises a lot of questions. And overall, just some enjoyable aspects to the episode, but hopefully we get past this being chained up thing. They're not going to be chained up for long. They said they got a plan. I want to get past that already. And I just want to see Luffy pound Caesar's face in, because he just keeps on, and it's dude, you need to get fucked up already. You're getting on that Horty level of you so cocky right now. He's I caught a Shichibu Kai. I caught a 400 million berry bounty guy. I got a vice admiral in my cage. Really? you used trickery. You didn't whip their asses and put them in a cage. You need to slow down. But let me know what you guys think of the episode, first of all. Any theories, any conclusions you came based off the whole thing of the devil fruit being revived right in front of, with, the bag of apples. Also, who do you think threw the note, if you don't know already, who threw the note at Chopper? And some of those figures, did you know all the figures that were there in the shadows? Because that was the 3 best things about this episode. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait to see them get out of those chains and beat the fucking dog shit out of Virgo and Caesar, because I'm really waiting for that. I'm anticipating it. I'm Forever World, and as always, people, have an awesome day.